The finals has the potential to be something really great. In the sea of copycat shooters these days, it's very rare to see something stand out. The finals weirdly manages to do that for me. Movement is something that's super important to me in any game, really. If the movement isn't fun or at least passable, you don't have a game. If basic traversal is bad, every other aspect of the game is going to follow suit, or at least be off because the base movement isn't fun. The finals has really fun traversal. The base movement is fine. You can slide and jump and combine that with a sprint to zoom around. But zip lines, jump pads, and various other tools and gadgets add an amazing sense of creativity and flow to the game. You can bounce around and zip line pretty much anywhere, and with explosives, break open walls or the ceiling and create your own entrance to otherwise closed off areas. The destruction and movement go hand in hand here, and it's brilliant. You use the movement to get to a position to use the destruction to improve your movement. It's an amazing loop. Okay, it's 3v3, v3, v3. Four teams of three players each. It's an interesting take, a bite sized battle royale based on collecting more money than the other players by opening vaults and then cashing them out. These are like King of the Hill areas that you defend in fear of the enemy team stealing them and taking the cash for themselves. The cash outs take a decent amount of time to allow the chance for steals, but not so much time that there's a stalemate for an extended period of time. The game tries to keep you moving, and it succeeds in doing this for the most part. One of the few negative things I have to say about the current state of the finals is that when nobody is coming after your cash out and you're just kind of getting it for free, it's not fun. You have a better chance to win, sure, but the cash out in turn feels like it takes too long. I don't really have a solution for this, and it may just be an issue with the game mode, even though I like it. If you make it faster, then you don't get as many chances to steal, which honestly, stealing is my other negative. I just wish that if you were holding the button to steal, it would freeze the enemy team's cash out until the player that was stealing died or stopped holding for whatever reason. At the current point, the enemy team still gets this. So you can have a last push, but if you took too much time during the fight, even though you wiped them, you still don't get the steal. I can see this from both sides. If they hold out, maybe they deserve it. I don't know. I just prefer enticing attackers in games to actually play aggressive, and in a game so focused on movement and speed, I think it makes sense here. It was just frustrating a few times. My final gripe is just not being able to switch some of the loadout stuff in the pregame lobby. I just think you should be able to. The reserve system is a little weird and feels kind of pointless. You also can't switch your queue, which definitely sucks if you were just testing something out and forgot to switch it. On the fly loadout customization isn't necessary here. I just think you should be able to do a bit more in the pregame lobby. There's a light, medium, and heavy build with different special queue abilities, and they're cool. They can be customized and swapped around to your liking while still fitting their size's overall theme. I love the light. There's a submachine gun suppressed pistol, sniper, sword, and my favorite, the assassin's knife. It felt really good going invisible and zooming around. I typically gravitate towards these types of assassin characters in games. The movement is usually the focus, and I just love some good traversal and learning how to be fast and efficient with it. The light helped me do that. Medium has an AK grenade launcher and Mercy heal beam and then some fun tools. And then they have a turret. The heavy is really slow, but can function like Reinhardt or charge around like a maniac swinging a sledgehammer or an LMG. I really like them all, honestly. They all have their merits. I just like the light the best. It's a very fun to be a deterrent and stay a bit away from your team and cause problems so the enemy team can't fully push. I would find myself picking one or two off and relieving all the pressure for the rest of my team, and it felt really good. It's just worth your time to check it out if you like shooters. It feels fresh and exciting. I can't remember the last time I turned on an FPS without the sole intention of killing time. I actually want to play this game. My wish list for the future goes as follows. More maps, of course. The game has very good maps currently, but more is the way to my heart. The maps are dynamic enough to make each time feel a little different, but they're the same maps at the end of the day. Still very good. Two maps keeping me entertained is surprising. Next, I want performance fixes. The game isn't optimized and my friend has inputs dying while playing, and I constantly have audio cutting out to silence in the middle of a fight. It's pretty annoying, but I'm hopeful that will be solved. Then, I want more guns and gadgets. I mean, just expand on it all. That's the craziest part of this game for me. I just want more of it to make an opinion, but right now, the finals is looking very good. I'd say to give it a go if you like shooters in any capacity. If you've been tired of shooters for a while like me, then I'd give it a chance still. It might give you a little hope once more. Just keep working on it. This game has some great stuff, and I really like it right now. We need more exciting and ambitious games coming out in these age-old unchanged game genres. The Finals isn't a leap, but it's finally a few steps forward for competitive FPS games or battle royale games. I hope that we see more stuff like the Finals in the future, and I hope the Finals stays awesome and keeps improving. I'm optimistic about this game, so we'll see where it goes.